Good morning, my name is Malachi Mullet and I'm a T-level engineering student.
Good morning, my name is Leo Banfield. I'm also a T-level student. I live at the college. I've completed my work experience with Pentaco Construction, who are a construction contractor. With them, I was doing an East Anglian ambulance hub. Through that, I've learned lots of valuable skills in construction, and mainly in the management.
Through the college, I've had a work placement with HF Bond, which are mainly a welding manufacturer, but they also have a robotic side to it, which I've been learning how to do, which gave me motivation and encouragement to pursue that in my future.
With the college last year, provided through Sizewell C, I did a construction aerium. Through that, I learned a lot of valuable construction knowledge, which really provoked me into a career in construction. Through that, we did a 40-foot gherkin project where I was a project manager, which really that's where I found out this is the career I'd like to do. And through the college, they've really helped me excel and find the correct placement, and that's what I've done and now what I'm completing, which is a apprenticeship in site management.
Additionally, with the college, we were able to go to Northern Ireland to look at the new Sizewell hydrogen buses and see how they're manufactured and how they're made. Through that, we gained a lot of experience and knowledge through other people that work there to understand where they've come from and how they've got there and how we could do the same.
And now, it's my honour to give a Suffolk warm welcome to the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer.
Leo and Malachi were brilliant, weren't they? Don't underestimate how hard it is to stand here and do that for the first time in your life, explaining to you what they're doing. And what they didn't tell you is their great success. Because Malachi, I think you're just waiting for your results, and then he's off to university this October. And Leo, I think you're going on site even before that. So a real proud moment for them, and they should be very proud of what they've achieved. And it really brings together what is done at this college. And thank you all for your time this morning. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for showing me around, because today is a really important day, because we made a huge decision on Sizewell about the future of nuclear in our country. Huge investment of money, £14 billion, 10,000 jobs, 10 years worth of project, and also the work on the small modular reactor as well, with the contract going to Rolls-Royce. And all of that is good. All of that sounds like just numbers, the amount of money, the number of jobs, the number of years. But what today means, what I take away from this and meeting you, is what it means for you, what it means for people here. And this morning I met the school council. I think we got some of them here. I think 11 to 16-year-olds are already, I can see some of them hiding here, already going on site on a regular basis and thinking about the jobs that it might mean for them. Obviously here at the college, there's loads of people doing apprenticeships in a right range of topics, including electrical work, and I did a little bit myself to see what they're doing on the apprenticeships, but a huge range of work. I see some of the apprentices here. But again, all of that tied up with what's going to happen at Sizewell, because this college obviously has that vital link to Sizewell. Also met the trade unions, who some of them have come across from Hinckley, and so there's all those skills, that experience, and they're telling me about the recruitment they're already doing for this project. And of course the management team, who I think I can say safely are overjoyed at the decision that's been made today, the certainty, the statement of intent about the future of energy in this country. And very often in politics, it is about the big decisions you make, and they really matter, the direction of travel for the country. But it's also, on a human level, about who you have in your mind's eye, whose lives are going to be changed by the decisions that we take. And I think of the school council, I think of the apprenticeships, I think of all the people represented by the trade unions, and all of those that management are here to represent. For them, this is a really big, for all of you, a really big day, because this is about good, well-paid, secure jobs, skilled jobs across a range of topics as we go down this road in relation to Sizewell. And it is an incredible story in its own right, because some of you know this, but the first reactor in this country was, I think, built in 1956. And then in the 11 years after that, we built another 20 reactors. That's amazing, absolutely amazing. And then it all dropped off, and the ambition went. And governments dithered and delayed, and so the last reactor was 1995, 30 years ago, and I think that was Sizewell B. So here, to put this down today is really important. It's a change, not just an important decision for the future, it's a change of mindset. No more dithering, no more delay, no more being unclear about what we're going to do. A real statement of intent as we go forward. And the Rolls-Royce announcement as well goes with that, because this isn't just about one project, Sizewell. It's about seeing that having our own energy in this country that we control gives us security, gives us independence, so Putin can't put his boot on our throat. And it means that we can control the prices in a way that we haven't been able to in recent years, which has meant very high prices for businesses, for households and for families. So this is about a way of investing in the future of the country. I'm really pleased that we made this decision today, as I think you can tell, because I think the idea of creating good, well-paid jobs there, there'd be fantastic careers for people who might otherwise have had to move away from their area, by the way. There's always this concern for young people, will I have to get out to get on, or can I get a good, well-paid job where I am across a range of skills? This brings that all together. It's a really important announcement. It's great to be here in Ipswich to do it, a beautiful old town, Constable area. It's absolutely fantastic. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for showing me around. I'm much looking forward to mingling with you in a minute and learning more about what you do. But thank you for showing me around. Thank you for inspiring me, because through you I can see the difference that our decisions are going to make for you, your families, your community. And that, in the end, is the most important thing in politics. So thank you very much indeed. A really important day, an exciting day about the future of our country. I'm now going to take some questions. I think some people have questions, but you're all free to ask a question. So any question you like, we'll take a bit of time, then we'll do some mingling, then I'm going to talk to some of the media who are with us here today towards the back. And Malachi and Leo, you've presented in front of the media for the whole country, which is it is an incredible. I mean, you will all understand, standing up here and doing that for your first time when you're a young person is a huge thing to do, and I think they did brilliantly. So let's end with another round of applause for the two of them. Oh, we've got a roving mic. Let's take some questions.
I've written down a question for you. What are you doing to ensure that students in rural areas like Suffolk have access to education and opportunities?
Well, what did everybody hear that? What are you doing to make sure that students in rural areas have access to opportunities? Firstly, supporting colleges like this. I think colleges where there's apprenticeships are underrated in my view. I'm a big fan of apprenticeships. I don't think we talk about them enough. But also, in a college like this and in rural areas, linking it then to a project. So linking this so strongly to Sizewell is really important, because the skills can go directly into the work that's likely to be available. Same thing in Hinckley, other side of the country down in Somerset, but the same thing with the colleges around there. So making sure we've got those college places, and also knocking out some of the barriers. One of the things I'm really proud of is that for apprenticeship starts, we changed the rules just a few weeks ago to ensure that you don't have to have a maths GCSE to get onto the apprenticeship course, because that was stopping a lot of people starting, because GCSEs, let's face it, they don't always go the way you want. And that was a barrier for some people who couldn't even get on the apprenticeship start. So by moving that and saying you can do your maths as part of the apprenticeship, but we're not going to stop you even starting. And then I've seen brilliant apprentices developing as a result of that. So that's some of the things we can do. What would you do? What would you say to me, Keir? Add to that list one thing. Or not if you don't want it.
No, I don't have an answer for you, I'm sorry.
Okay, don't worry. Let's go to the next question.
Got Lucius here for you.
How can you help ensure that further education qualifications are respected and recognised by employers?
So further education recognised by employers. I think it's really important, if that's really going to happen, that we bind the employers into what's happening in the colleges. And so for the management side, this is a message to you, because I think the more that businesses are bound up with the course design, supporting the courses, showing the apprentices that can come at the end of it, the more they're going to recognise the skills that are coming out of here. So rather than, as it were, having the colleges and the students here, and then a detachment and off to the businesses, I'd like the businesses working with the colleges. I think that does happen on a local level quite well, but that means that businesses are able to put their fingerprints on to say, these are the sort of skills that we're going to need, therefore we're going to support what goes on in the college, and we're going to value what comes out at the end of the college. But for Leo and Malachi, again, a really good example, because I think since you finished your studies here, you're both now working. And therefore there is that immediate, in Malachi's case, before he goes off to university, so there's that immediate link which shows that the businesses here are vested in what's going on at this college. And I think that's hugely important, because the last thing you want is a college that's somehow detached from, or courses that are detached from, the work that's actually going to be available for people to go into. So thank you very much. We'll go to one more, shall we? One further question? Anyone?
Thank you. If you could give an advice for students at our age, what would it be?
Advice for students?
Yes.
I'm always nervous when a slightly older person, or perhaps much older person, gives advice to young people, because we tend to think that we know what's in your mind. I think what I would say is don't think anything's not for you. I think too often for children at school in particular, but also at college, there's a tendency to think that looks like an exciting, interesting job, but it's probably not for me. It's a sort of little voice in the head. And if I had one piece of advice, it would be to knock that voice on the head, knock it out of the head, because actually, as we've seen in the course we had this morning, we had people who'd done different things come in doing electrical apprentices now, and I think I'm right in saying hadn't necessarily thought that's what they wanted to do, but absolutely loving it and thriving on it. So don't allow your head to tell you this isn't for me, it's for somebody else. If it excites you, if it's interesting, it probably is for you. And people can be brilliant at things, even though they don't think that they're going to be brilliant in the first place. And that's why I think it's really important where we go on to apprenticeships, that you have a broad mind. What is it you want to do? Try out different things, but really value that apprenticeship. Thank you very much indeed. I'm going to just mingle for a bit, and then I'm going to go to the back and talk to the media. So thank you very much indeed. Thank you.